We're finally nearing the highly anticipated release date of Baldur's Gate 3, now coming out August 3rd of this year. But are you really ready for it? You're here because I've put a shameful amount of hours into early access so that you didn't have to. Here are 5 lessons that I learned playing Baldur's Gate 3 early access.
Us true souls gotta look out for one another.
Lesson number 1. Eat trash, sleep forever. What I mean by that is to take lots of long rests. Is that a shit cloud or a fog cloud?
I have shit cloud. I've never used it though.
There is tons of food scattered all over the Forgotten Realms. Food equals camp supplies. You need 40 camp supplies in order to complete a long rest, but don't worry. With the amount of raw meat that you're going to find marinating inside of dusty cellars in this game, you're never going to be at a loss for camp supplies. Not to mention the supply packs that you start the game with, and all the ones that you're going to loot along the way. Do not hesitate to rest as soon as you feel that it's time.
Whose bed is whose? Do we know?
I always click this one right here. That one's yours now. Did the wizard fumble his last spell slot? Nice.
Okay, I'm gonna hit a tree.
Really awesome. Rest. Did your paladin jump off a cliff and break his legs again? Oh! God! Rest. Remember, healing potions are far more valuable than a few potatoes, so before you go chucking back 5 healing potions to get back into tip-top shape, give the barbarian a chance to show off his culinary skills and whip up a gourmet dinner before getting your 8 hours of sleep. Lesson number 2. Never stop looting. Some of the coolest magic items and gear can be found in the most random and unexpected crates and corpses. Not to mention food, which we've already established is super amazing.
Oh my god, I know it is stacked!
And if you come across a diary or a crumpled note while plundering the dead, take a few seconds to read it over. Oftentimes it can be a clue, or even lead to treasure or hints for upcoming puzzles. But you're an RPG player, so you definitely already knew to do that. But I really do think that even the most experienced RPG players are going to be shocked when they realize that the most powerful loot in the game isn't behind some complex puzzle. It's been right in front of you, the whole time. For the real treasure is the friends we made along the way. No, I'm kidding, of course, it's definitely inside the pockets of some bloated, mangled corpse. Lesson number 3. Co-op is not the same as playing alone.
I wish you didn't
have
get
to
to
play
go,
this game?
so that I could just burn the web and make them fall, but unfortunately you're there.
Yeah, but I'm doing work.
Well, we'll see.
I highly encourage anyone that plans on playing this game with friends to definitely try a run by yourself as well. No one can deny that playing a game with friends makes everything better, but in a game that's this massively thick, you have to understand that some story elements are going to be lost when you have 2 or 3 friends that are also playing the main character and fighting for that sweet, sweet screen time.
Here we go!
Where was this guy at the beginning of the encounter?
Oh, he was talking to druids.
I'm dead because of you.
Oh, I told you to run away.
Multiplayer definitely adds a bit of zaniness to the game, which is a lot of fun. But when you're trying to keep up with your fighter who's leaping ahead, or trying to vouch for your rogue when they undoubtedly fail to pickpocket a vendor, don't do this. Be prepared to miss a few fine details scattered throughout the game. Regardless, you're going to have a lot of fun. Number 4. Keep your vendors alive and happy.
That the jingle of coin I hear?
Turn. The ratio of gold to vendors in this game is pretty staggering. In early access, there are only 8 vendors you have access to throughout the entire map. That's like 8 vendors in the first 45 hours of gameplay. The last thing you want to do is have to shrink that number even lower because, you guessed it, the rogue got caught pickpocketing again. I'm so sorry, Damon. You deserved so much more. Primary vendors reset their inventory during a long rest and upon the party leveling up. Magic weapons and armor are very expensive, but once you get a loadout that you're happy with, don't be afraid to spend the leftover gold on some cool potions and scrolls and magic arrows and stuff.
Do you know how to spell darkness?
Do you know how to spell?
Do I know how to spell darkness?
Yeah, spell it.
I was trying to say, do you know the spell darkness?
Oh, I do not know it.
What kind of wizard can't spell darkness? That being said, you probably don't want to show up to the main city of Baldur's Gate with no savings, because chances are that's where all the cool vendors are going to be hiding. Lesson number 5. This one comes as no surprise, but I cannot stress it enough. Quick save a lot. Fans of Larian Studios know that they are never afraid to total party kill you at the drop of a hat. In a game with sudden spikes in difficulty and a no take-backs mentality, you really have to be prepared for anything. Please melt, please melt, please melt.
What the? No!
Oh!
No, Iron Flask melted.
I didn't know there was still a spectator in that flask. As I mentioned earlier, this game is having to reload to your last save that was 30 minutes ago, gods forbid an hour back, can be extremely disheartening.
Oh no! Our last quick save is right when you got those gloves.
What about autosave?
There is no autosave.
Sometimes the game is great about autosaving before a big encounter, but sometimes it just kind of forgets to. It's better to play it safe than sorry, and just hit F5 every 15 minutes. Well, that's it. Those are the 5 lessons I learned playing a whole lot of early access. Hopefully you'll take some of these lessons to heart when the full game comes out August 3rd. I could not be more excited for this game. I think this is going to be one of the greatest RPGs ever made. If you like this kind of content, feel free to subscribe. I plan on making a whole bunch of content for this game when it comes out, so if you guys like this video, feel free to stick around for some more. I'd love to have you along for the adventure.